Hello and welcome to your Reiki session. For tonight's session, my intention is to work with your exterior energy and cleansing away anything that doesn't belong to you or belongs to someone else. Usually we get a lot of other people's energy on us as we move about our day, our life, our week. So spending some time to carve out space to release some of that energy off of ourselves and kind of cleanse off any unwanted energy from our exterior. Okay. And I'm going to use some tools, so I'll show those to you now before we start. So first I have a couple of feathers, which I'm going to use with some incense, and going to brush your outer energy, brush your aura. These feel very light and airy and soft as we cleanse through. Next I have some selenite. This is a selenite wand. Selenite is very cleansing for your energy. It also helps to charge and restore. So we'll be clearing away energy at the same time as recharging or energizing or starting the healing. All of those types of things. And after that, I have a couple of pieces of Kambaba Jasper. These are some fan favorites. It has a very earthy and supportive energy to it, especially for the emotional body, the emotional self. Feels quite cleansing and restorative. I also think it makes the most beautiful sound. So we're going to be using these a little bit like a sound cleanse as well, just kind of using their very fantastic sound to send those beautiful vibrations and cleanse out our energy. And lastly, I have a piece of black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is very good at cleansing unwanted energy, but it is also quite protective. It has this strength, this foundation, this grounding energy that is so beautiful. So we're going to use this at the end to cleanse off the last bits, but also to add a layer of protection so that we may be more protected the next time we interact with people. Okay. I'm going to start us with a little incense. And just swirling that all around you. I'm going to bring in a feather to just kind of drape the smoke over your aura, cleansing, releasing as we go. And as we're starting this session, now is a good time to kind of check in with yourself, noticing how you feel. What is your current energy like? How would you describe it? And starting to take a few deep breaths, really bringing yourself present to this moment. Part of what we're clearing away is those thoughts that tie us to past or future moments. That anxiety about how a future conversation with someone might go. That fear and anxiety you have about past conversations and interactions. We're really just clearing off all of that energy. We're letting go. That's how other people's energy sort of sticks to us. What happened, happened. We're here now. Kind of letting go of that stuff. We're coming present. I'm going to put the incense to the side. I'm just going to use these two feathers together. I'm just going to lightly brush and pick off any of that energy, that unwanted energy that is lingering ever so gently. We don't want to disturb you. We just want to have you clear lingering, unwanted energy. Just brushing, clearing, releasing, letting go the past, focusing on what we can control, focusing on the present, centering in on ourselves and our experience. Cutting all those cords to the past. So those were a couple of feathers to just kind of work on that very exterior of our energy body. The lightest little remainders from people, and going a little bit deeper into our energy field. I wanted to work with this selenite. And selenite is one of those stones I really recommend to people. It is so clearing, so easy to work with. It does get dinged up, but it is so good at clearing out your energy. So going a little deeper into your aura, I'm just going to be pulling this down the body, starting in the crown, just pulling through, sweeping. Through your energy, just cleansing, releasing, clearing any of that leftover energy clinging to us from others. And perhaps if there is something particular that you are looking to get cleared and cleansed, bring it to your mind now, maybe thinking of it or holding that emotion, but kind of bringing it here so that we can release it. Whatever it is, as I'm pulling through, you can start to feel it kind of melt off. Bring yourself to the experience of having that energy just melt down your body into the ground, releasing your attachments, releasing its hold on you, feeling lighter, feeling more peaceful, feeling steady and calm in your body, in yourself. Just sweeping through and kind of pulling out on your energy body, pulling through, kind of like brushing hair. While I have this selenite wand, I'm going to do a little bit more intentional kind of plucking and pulling. Really targeting the ways in which someone else's energy sticks with us. Perhaps it's just a word. Perhaps a general feeling. Perhaps a memory. And just easing its hold on us. And if there's something particular still, keep bringing those things to mind. Just enough to hold it for a moment. And then deep breath out, let it go. Feel it release. Experience releasing its hold. Beautiful. So that was selenite, and I use this all the time. You can tell it's kind of chipped up, but I would say it's probably one of my most used crystals because it's so versatile in just releasing unwanted energy. So next I have these two pieces of Kambaba Jasper. I actually bought them together as a set. They look quite beautiful in this light. But Kambaba Jasper has this really deep, ancient Mother Earth energy. It feels very alive and restorative, and in that way sort of cleansing, sort of Divine Mother supportive healing energy. So we're going to use this to go a little deeper into the energy on the outside of us, just clearing those really emotional attachments that people kind of work their way into us sometimes. Any of those things that we're looking to release a little deeper, and using these to scrape that away. And as we're scraping it away, we are healing, we are restoring, we are nourishing our emotional body. We don't want to leave a hole in ourselves during this work. We want to feel restored, we want to feel whole. If you've ever missed somebody, you can know how that feeling really makes you feel incomplete, like you need them to be something, but we want to feel that wholeness, feel that nourished energy. So scraping. And I like sound as sort of an activator. I like how it starts to, it kind of triggers the healing. I'm just going to pull down your energy just a moment, smoothing things out, activating some healing, making sure we're not moving too fast, making sure things are released in their own time, in their own way, whatever helps and serves your highest purpose. Whatever brings healing and transformation to release the past. Pulling and smoothing, healing and nourishing. And now I want to be just a little more pointed, similar to how I was with the selenite at the end, really targeting. So using these to help myself pull and release, pull and release, pull and release. And if you have any particulars, people, places, things you're releasing, think them now. Just pulling and releasing. Pulling and releasing. Pulling and releasing. Okay, so a couple pieces of Kambaba Jasper. So lastly, I have this big chunk of black tourmaline. This one has quite a bit of mica in it, making it very sparkly. But the black tourmaline is that sort of black rods, and it's quite protective stone, has this really grounding strength to it. It's kind of heavy, feels sort of reassuring in your hand, and I love it for clearing and cleansing, but most importantly, adding in a layer of protection. So we're going to spend a moment just kind of clearing through and brushing anything away that we have missed, cleansing out the last little remainders in our energy body. And then we'll do a layer of protection so that you can go out into the world feeling strong, feeling protected against unwanted energy. So just doing some sweeps. And just sweeping a little bit more here. Good, very good. So now I want to lay in some protection, a shield, if you will. Using the same piece of tourmaline, we're starting to bring in, and you can imagine this shield or think about this shield any way that feels good to you. But I'd like you to kind of connect with what it feels like to be shielded. Maybe you have an idea of what it would look like, what it would feel like. So I'm starting to bring this in. Bring in this energy of protection, bring in this energy of shielding, and perhaps you imagine it as glowing golden light. Perhaps you see it as metallic or made of mirror or perhaps stone. Maybe you see yourself in a suit of armor. Maybe you just feel this strength in your bones as if you've been fortified. Perhaps there's an aura or color around you that you can sense. Maybe a tingling, whatever it is. However you connect best with the idea of feeling protected, start to think of that now. As I bring in the energy of a shield right on the edge of your aura, it'll protect you from unwanted energy, protect you from unwanted people, perceptions. Think of things just coming in and bouncing off of it. You inside of this shield feel strong. You feel in control. You feel your agency. You feel yourself able to express your boundaries and what you need. Connecting yourself with the resources that you need to feel strong and protected. bringing in some more power for that shield. You can see it getting stronger, perhaps getting thicker or strengthening. Beautiful. That feels like a very powerful and strong shield. Perfect. So that was some black tourmaline, bringing that in for, it doesn't want to focus because it's black, bringing that in for protection and the last bit of cleansing, and hopefully giving you a nice barrier between yourself and more of that unwanted energy, especially from other people. So thank you so much for joining me for this session today. I always appreciate you trusting me and trusting this space to use it as an intentional place to work through things. So thank you so much as always. Some of the best ways to support my channel are just subscribing, liking, commenting. Those are so great for the algorithm. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It just takes a moment and it's totally free. And then leaving a tip in my tip jar, or super thanks, or joining me over on Patreon. All of those things are greatly appreciated, but thank you most of all for being here. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.